The question from Nasser, we're going to talk about it now. So, Nasser, your question is about the calendar. What does it say? Nasser says that in the first week, I should study the first unit, right? He means the unit, the unit, the unit. Of course, in the first week, it should be the first unit, and then I take its test, right? If I finish the unit, that's correct. But how do we know? He said, I have it in the calendar. Nasser here said, I have it in the calendar. So, where do I get this calendar from? Pay attention to something called course information. A while ago, we talked about duplicate news. So now, what are we going to focus on? What should we pay attention to? Course information. It's very important, course information. All right, let's open the course information and see together what's inside the course information. It's very simple. Very important, duplicate information. Okay, let's open the duplicate information and see together what the duplicate information is. Very, very simple. This course covers objectives, goals, and teacher info. It gives teacher details. Like office hours, learning resources are provided. Now to Nasser's point, I see it in the calendar. Each course has its own calendar. Remember, the calendar is your study plan. It outlines a 10-week plan. Weeks 1 to 10 are outlined. After week, it lists study units, activities, virtual classes, assignments, tests, and topics. You have learning resources. Address the point Nasser mentioned when he said, I see it in the calendar. Each course in the complete level has its own calendar. Remember, the calendar means what? It means study plan. You have 10 weeks. What will you do in 10 weeks? It gives you a plan. The first week, second week, third week to the 10th week. It provides study units, activities, virtual classes, assignments, tests, and topics. It provides another overview. Note, the activities consist of 3 activities in the semester. 3 activities. The first activity is in the 4th week or 5th week, depending on the course. Here's a plan. You have the first week, second week, third week, up to the 10th week. It provides study units, activities, virtual classes, assignments, tests, and topics. Here's another overview. Note, the activities consist of 3 activities in the semester. 3 activities. The first activity is in the 4th or 5th week, depending on the course calendar. So, it may not be in the first week, it could be in the 4th or 5th week. There are 3 assignments, plus virtual classes. Focus on this. There are 3 activities during the semester. The first activity might be in the 4th or 5th week, depending on the course calendar. It doesn't have to be in the first week. There are also 3 assignments. Additionally, there are virtual classes. When is your first virtual class? Check your course calendar to see if it's in the first, second, or third week. This will help you plan. So, you get an activity in the first week. It could be in the 4th or 5th week. You'll notice there are 3 assignments. 3 assignments. You have 3 activities and 3 assignments. You also have virtual classes. What does it tell you? When is your first virtual class? Is it in the first week? No. As we move through the second week, check your course calendar to know if your first virtual class is in the first, second, or third week. It must provide your plan. There are study units. Every week, like the first, has a unit. What about this unit? Open, browse, and read it. When is your first virtual class? Is it in the first week? No. Focus in the second week. It provides your plan. Study units are important. Each week, like the first, has a unit. What about this unit? You need to open it, browse through, and read it. After reading, a simple test follows. Complete it, all right? Each unit has a test. So we've covered the activities, virtual classes, and assignments. Now, there's also something called study units. You'll notice that every week, like in the first week, there will be the first unit. What do we do with this first unit? You need to open the first unit, browse through it, and read it. After you read it in the first week, there will be a simple test about the first unit that you must complete. You have to complete it, all right? Why? Because you have study units. Keep in mind that each of these units has a simple test following it. You get to know it, and after you read it in the first week, there will be a simple test about the first unit that you must complete. You have to complete it. All right? Why? Because you have study units. Keep in mind that each of these units has a simple test following it. You need to take this test, which allows multiple attempts. Focus with me on this part. What does multiple attempts mean? It means that when you take the test, you're not given just one attempt. So if you finish the test, and let's say you scored half a point, and you got a quarter of a point, what do? Do you just say, that's it? No. Open the test again, open it a third time, open it 100 times, open it until attempt 1,000,000, because attempts are open and unlimited. Why? So you can achieve the final grade. What do you want? The final grade, not just from the first attempt and then stop. No, the test for the units or the activities I mentioned. Each activity will be a video. Each video is simple, lasting 2 to 10 minutes. After you watch the video, watch it as many times as needed. When ready, take the quiz below. If you score low, retake the quiz as needed. Now, about the assignments, if you noticed, the first unit test will be about the first unit, right? The second unit test will be about the second unit, and the third unit test. After you watch the video, and you can watch the video once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, and 10 times, as you please. After you watch the video and feel that you are reassured and that things are okay, there is a simple test under the video, a test on the activity. Open the test, solve the verse, and the test. Okay, you got a quarter of a degree out of a degree. Retake the test. Don't let the grade slip away. Now, about the assignments. What are the assignments? If you notice, the first unit test will be about the first unit, right? The second unit test will be about the second unit, and the third unit test will be about the third unit. So, what will the first assignment be about? Focus now. When is the first assignment due? In which week? It's due in week number 4. So, the first assignment will have questions from the first week all the way to the 4th week. This means the questions will cover units 1, 2, 3, and 4, because the first assignment is based on everything up to week 4. So, the questions will come from weeks 1, 2, 3, and 4. About the third unit, okay, the first assignment. What will the first assignment be about? Focus with me. In which week is the first assignment? In what week? Number 4. The first assignment in week number 4. So the first assignment will be, his questions will come from the beginning, that is from the first week until the 4th week. That means his questions will come about the first, second, third, and 4th units, because the first assignment is postponed until the 4th week. So all the units that are with the 4th week, that precede the 4th week, with the 4th week, the questions will come from them. So the first, second, third, and 4th weeks. Where will the questions for the first assignment come from? Where will the second assignment come from? Which week is the second assignment? In the 7th week, how will the questions for the second assignment come? Will they come from units 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1 for the 7 units? The third assignment is in the last week. Its questions will come from all the units. Its questions from all the units. Michelle asks if it's okay to open the video today or if there's a specific day. Remember, there's a timeline. Let's check if the second activity is available. The first activity might be available, and the second in 2 or 3 weeks. The third activity might follow in 2 or 3 weeks. We'll see this now, but work on what's available. Can I retake it for full score? Yes, multiple attempts. You might ask, how are grades calculated? How many points for tests, activities, and assignments? The second activity will be available now. It might not be available yet. You may have access to the first activity, and then, for example, after 2 or 3 weeks, the second activity will become available. And maybe after 2 or 3 weeks from the second activity, the third activity will be available. We will see this together now. But what I want to say is that what is available to you right now is what you can work on. It's fine. What's available is available. So there's a question. Can I retake it to get the full score? Of course, I'm telling you, it's multiple attempts. You might ask me, so how are the grades? Calculated when I complete the unit tests, activities, and assignments. How many points will I get? Let's assume I have a total score of 100. So how many points will I get? And you're sitting there telling me, I'm good, I'm good. Okay, let's take a look. Pay attention to where we are. Let's scroll down a bit. Yes, all the tests, units, and activities are in Blackboard. Everything is in Blackboard, all in Blackboard.